Hello, I'm Jeremy Heath from Green's Water Systems, the water softener installers, and today we're looking at some of the issues around drinking softened water. It's an issue that comes up all the time with customers and also prospective customers, because there's been a huge amount of confusion around the relationship with the salt that you put in the water softener and the perceived salt that is in softened water. So I'll just try and quickly clear some of those questions up and come to some consensus. The process of softening water doesn't add salt to the water. That's the first thing. The salt that you add to the softener is used to enable the water softener to be regenerated. That's a self-cleaning process whereby the hardness minerals from within the softener are released and they're enabled then to be flushed away down the drain. So there's no salt in softened water. Softened water is perfectly okay to drink. However, in the softening process we are changing the mineral balance in the water. Of course, the water softener is taking away the hardness minerals, which are chiefly calcium and magnesium carbonate, and we're replacing those with sodium salts. So sodium in the carbonate form rather than sodium chloride, which we think of as ordinary table salt. So as we take away the hardness minerals in the water softening process, we're adding sodium in the carbonate form in the ratio of about 2 to 1. There's a more exact calculation, but broadly speaking, for every 2 milligrams per litre of hardness that we take out, we increase the sodium level in the water by about 1 milligram per litre. So typical hard water, perhaps around say 300 parts per million, as if it is in most hard water areas of the UK, softening that water will give a small rise in the sodium level, but it will still be safely within the limits for drinking water, for the European standards for drinking water quality. And so just as ordinary mains water from the tap is considered to be wholesome water, so most softened water is also wholesome water and perfectly suitable for every type of drinking, even for pets, for baby formula, you name it. As long as the level of sodium is below 200 milligrams per litre, then we can consider softened water to really be just the same as ordinary mains hard water from a drinking point of view. When we have a water softener installed, we recommend that, as well as having beautifully soft water all around the house, that where possible a source of hard water is retained. And quite often that's just ordinary mains hard water, but increasingly these days it would be filtered hard water, and that's a great alternative to buying expensive bottled water, and it means you have clean, clear, fresh, great tasting water on tap, but that contains the same level of hardness minerals as ordinary mains water does. And so for people who are used to drinking hard water, that would give a familiarity of taste and use just as ordinary hard water always had. Whereas it's not required usually from a regularitory perspective, we believe that it's a really nice idea from the point of view of freedom of choice, so that you've got hard and soft water available, so different members of the household or can choose one or the other, or you can choose the use based on personal preference or any decision you make at the time. If you're restricted to just having soft water available, then really you haven't got the opportunity to use hard, even if you decided to. So purely from that freedom of choice perspective, we still recommend that a hard water tap is provided. Well, a glass of softened water, say an ordinary glass that's 1/4 of a litre, 250 millilitres, if that softened water was made from ordinary hard water at 300 milligrams per litre, as much of the UK is, then the sodium level in that glass of water will be something like 35 milligrams in the glass. So that would compare to drinking, say, a cup of tomato soup at over 1,000 milligrams. So I hope that clarifies the position, and will lead you to at least try drinking softened water to see how it compares for you with the alternatives. Thank you.